Next is the Press Award for an outstanding print article highlighting aspects of life in the developing world. Let's listen to a clip from each of the nominees.
Indian Ocean Tsunami, Life After Death. For many who lost children in the Indian Ocean tsunami, there was an added heartache. Prior sterilisation made creating new families impossible. Anne Heslop and Angela Neustatter reported on a unique grassroots initiative to help the families.
For many, the prospect of life without children was unthinkable. Bakir Lakshmi, 33, and her husband say they would have killed themselves had they not been able to have more. When Dr. Bala Neelakandan visited the refugee camp where homeless families were being given shelter, he could see at once that it wasn't food and blankets they needed from me, but something that would bring them to life again. He realised he could offer them the chance of regaining their fertility.
Welcome to Mogadishu. Katrina Manson, also nominated for International Journalist of the Year, spent 6 days in the notoriously dangerous capital of Somalia. Despite the ever-present threat from Islamist militants, she found a city bursting back to life.
One brightly painted brick at a time, the shelled-out city is coming back to life. Along Mogadishu's tree-lined drags, shopfronts form a tableau of hope. Scaffolding shapes the skyline. Livestock and fish markets are back in action, and women plunge into the sea from stunning white sands. I speak to a young fisherman as he smears the hazel sludge of sea lion liver oil over upturned boats. He says he hopes Somalia's latest government, which was formed in 2012 in the most legitimate process in years, will last.
The war on the Rohingya. For 2 years, Reuters reporters have been investigating a conflict in a forgotten corner of the Muslim world, violence against the Rohingya of Myanmar. Their oppression has triggered one of the biggest movements of boat people since the Vietnam War.
Ismail was one of 5 Rohingya who said that Thai immigration officials had sold him outright or aided in their sale to human traffickers. It seemed so official at first, said Ismail, a wiry farmer with a long narrow face and tight curly hair. They took our photographs, they took our fingerprints, and then once in the boat, about 20 minutes out at sea, we were told we'd been sold.
The jury said that the articles they nominated were compelling, powerful and meticulously researched. They felt that this year's entries covered really important and underreported topics in a really revealing way. To present the award, please welcome Claire Fox, Director of the Institute of Ideas and Chair of this jury.
If some things have been called old media, imagine what it's like judging the Press Awards. Nothing interactive about this, and I think it was a great privilege to judge these awards because it's an antidote to those people who think that media can't be entertaining or immersive or engaging unless it's got an app attached to it. It's actually worth remembering that to sit and read a long-form essay that's well-written, well-researched, can open up your eyes and make you think in ways that no other media can do. So I would like to suggest to you it can't even be improved on by any of the digital media. I'd also just like to note that we didn't always agree as a panel on all of the entries, and we actually had different perspectives politically and about what great journalism was, but we were absolutely unanimous about the winner. But congratulations to all the entrants. And the winner is Welcome to Mogadishu, a must-read for all of you.
Thank you. I really wasn't expecting this. It's very much appreciated. And thank you to the Financial Times, because in a way Somalia had slightly gone off the boil. There was no great big war going on when I visited last year. But there was a huge effort to try and rebuild, build, and in the face of great danger from al-Shabaab, but also from a state that's completely collapsed and has been for more than 20 years. And I think for me, what mattered so much was meeting people who continued. When they had no option, they continued, but people who could have left the country stayed, and people who had families abroad left them to return to Mogadishu to try and create something. And there was an airport manager, 29-year-old, named Ahmed, and he was managing this great New Hope, the airport in Mogadishu. Suddenly there are fish and fruit going out to Turkey, Dubai. And he's part of this great resurgence, but the reason he's there as manager is because his father was manager before him, and his father had been assassinated in Mogadishu just months before I met him. And he took up the task to continue. And everyone I met was filling shoes that they shouldn't have to fill. And it was very powerful, women diving into the sea for the first time in more than 2 decades. People who carried on with trade union activities, people who kept going to the market to check the price of camel milk and rice all the way through the civil war. And in a way, that moment of hope has slightly dissipated in Somalia now. It's looking tougher than it was before, but it's the people who've stayed who are the great hope. So I thank them for speaking to me, and thank you to the FT for letting me go and commissioning it and giving it the space. Thanks.